from the industry through the community, right into your home. It's the Green Room, and we're on. What's going on, everybody? It's Les from Cannabis Wiki. We are here with the 2019 award-winning Cannabis Social Influencer of the Year, our North American cannabis flower, Miss Jackie Childs.
You're funny. We're calling me the 2020 Influencer of the Year. Yeah.
Ooh, I love it.
Yeah, isn't that foreshadowing?
Foreshadowing's a good thing. I don't mind it at all. I like that gold spliff you're holding on to.
Will you smoke it? Can you light it better?
Yeah,
you want to.
Look at this bad boy.
There's no tobacco in it.
I hope not.
On my drive in, I heard something funny from on Howard Stern.
What's that?
Shoes are the new Christmas present.
Serious?
Like for kids.
Ah.
Can you imagine if you gave your kids shoes for Christmas? I mean, now that's fine, but as a child, unboxing some shoes.
That'd be some shit.
As the new toy. So here's your big gift.
Well, you know what? It wouldn't be that bad.
But I guess if it was like Jordans or something, right? Is that still a thing?
Fine. Yeah. Well,
is that still a thing? Am I showing my age?
No. It is still a thing.
Oh, okay.
My mom used to make shit when we were small.
Ah, that's cute. I like that.
It is what it is.
Let's just smoking a big gold joint.
Well, you brought it in.
See, that didn't take long. Now he's all.
So who are we having today?
Who are we having today? Nikki Jackson. Savvy stoned girl stoner. I don't know. She's awesome. She's cool. And I think she's a Crohn's crony. So I think we'll talk to her in a minute. She's in Vancouver.
Yeah, that's what's going to be popping. See what the weather's like out there.
Yeah,
it'll be nicer than here.
It's got to be nicer than here. Let's hear.
It's cold, people. It's cold. Here you go. That shit's fired up. So, guys, stay tuned. For anybody that wants to be a sponsor of the Green Room podcast, just check us at sponsor at cannabis.wiki, or you could reach us at 833-226-9454, extension 7 chronic 10. All right, guys, hold on. We'll be right back. Do you want to know how cannabis can help with chronic pain? From MS to surgery rehab or arthritis? Or how cannabis can help with some mental health illnesses like depression, anxiety, insecurity? Maybe you just want to know about cannabis itself. Then Cannabis Wiki is a cannabis website that teaches you, guides you, and will provide you the latest cannabis news, showcasing many shows about cooking with cannabis, or an up-close look sitting down with cannabis industry professionals. If you're looking to broaden your cannabis knowledge, please visit cannabis.wiki to learn more.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start right from the top, Nikki. We want you.
I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, I know. We're just getting our
all right, so I work for the oldest medical dispensary in Canada. Okay. My boss, Ted Smith, founded it in 1996, and we are up to almost 7,800 patients right now that we serve. Okay. But the Community Safety Unit, which is basically a provincial task force set out by the BC government to help comply with the federal laws that have been set out. So right now
So that's not your standard police?
So no, it's actually a separate task force set out by our provincial government. Okay. Our MLAs, Mike Farnsworth and Carol James, basically set up this task force to help eliminate all illegal dispensaries. Wow. But the thing that they're forgetting is we're only illegal because there's nothing for us to fit into. There's nothing for our patients other than ordering online for maybe 3 to 4 times the price, right. For maybe a quarter of the medicine. It's absolutely disgusting what options the medical patients have. So my boss and his club have continuously fought for patients. We actually won in 2015 the rights for medical patients to access edibles and extracts.
Right. Yeah.
So it's very interesting how they're trying to take out the OGs of the industry, because we literally started this. The only reason that cannabis is legal in Canada was after our agreement was won in 2015. The Liberal government was like, oh, here we go. We can capitalize on this now.
Right.
So then they basically took what we started and left us behind. So they raided us 3 weeks ago, took all the medicine, but we just reopened the next day. We had to line up out the door for hours.
Oh, wow.
And we will continue reopening every time they take us. The only thing that's going to mess us up is they can fine us up to double what they steal from us. And
so did you
you'll
guys
notice I use the word steal?
Did you guys receive a fine off of this?
Not yet.
Can I ask,
what they told us is they'll give us a receipt.
Nikki,
Oh, wow.
what's like, what does a raid entail? Like, I watch a lot of cops. Is it actually kicking down the door and boom, everybody's like, or no? Or just
no, and that's why everyone's like, why can you classify it as a raid? I'm like, well, they're coming in and they have all authority to take all of our stuff.
And do they? They take all your stuff?
Listening to us.
Do they take all your stuff?
Basically, yeah. They came in. See, Ted, my boss, has actually like an understanding with the cops.
Right.
The Victoria Police used to actually bring their rookies into our club to be like, this is the club you don't mess with.
Wow.
Until this new legalization scheme came up. So actually the Victoria Police were just standing there as like, I don't know, bodyguards for the community safety unit.
Okay.
So they're actually wasting two versions of taxpayer dollars, the Victoria Police taxpayer dollars, and then this whole community safety unit that's been brought into play.
What's the fine?
So that was really nice. But
did you say what is the fine? How much is the fine?
See, the fine can be up to double the amount of medicine that they take. So we think they got about $15,000 worth of stuff from us. So it could be up to $30,000 for the fine. I know some unsolicited dispensaries that are not medicinal. So I don't have the same feelings for them, of course. But they've been like up to $450,000, up to $500,000 worth of cannabis was seized. So they could be charged up to $1 million.
Wow.
But for us, we've been keeping our stock low because we knew that this was coming, so we've been playing it smart.
right. Trying to stay ahead.
Low.
Yeah, well, it's the only way to survive. So how's the support been through the community for what you guys are doing? Because you do have so many members.
It's been absolutely overwhelming. The amount of people, not just from the members, but the community, because you got to think about it. Like when we're asking our members and our little community to support, they're all very sick people.
Right.
So they can't be getting out of their house and coming to the rallies. And, they can barely even get up some days to write a letter. So all the things that we're asking our community to do is very challenging for them. But then you step just outside of our little community, and it's overwhelming. Like we've got so much support. Awesome. This little Canna fam that we've created on the internet is like the greatest thing I've ever been a part of. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy. We just did our 5th rally, so it's pretty crazy, the support.
That is amazing.
When you say right now you're calling us, like, are you on break or something? Or are you?
No, I'm going into work.
Like you're going into. Is that what you work every day at the dispensary? Is that your full time?
I work Monday to Thursday at the club, and then now it's been a little overwhelming. I do all the social media and stuff too, but with how busy the actual club is, now I'm taking Fridays to work from home because social media is really getting us where we need to go in this. But we're also so busy every day.
Yeah,
so
the online cannabis community. That's how we met. This is the first time we're actually speaking.
Right.
So thanks for coming on.
Well, your online game is strong.
Yeah, like I bore easy and I was watching. I'm following.
Oh, yeah.
She posts lots of good stuff. And then I saw about the raids. And did you go to the 420 Vancouver? Do you go to that every year? Or is that your?
So I actually organized 420 in Victoria this year. My club has been the main supporter of 420 in Victoria this year. So when I came on, I have a lot of event coordination in my past, and I used to organize weddings and massive events. So I was just like, oh my God, I can organize events with weed.
How fun is that?
Like, you want to do this? And so I did, and I organized the first big 420 in Victoria. We were on the legislative buildings, and
nice.
Yeah, it was really cool. So I went last year to Vancouver, but Victoria is my jam now. I want to bump up the scene here.
All right. So are you doing it again for 2020?
Absolutely. It's 420 for a whole month. So,
so I hope you have a little room for Cannabis Wiki.
Yeah. Oh, or what?
I would love to. Yeah. I can always make time for you guys.
Excellent.
Are you going to be at Lyft in Vancouver?
I actually am. I just got invited yesterday, so I will be.
Who are you going with? Like, are you going like as an influencer, or are you going with a group? Or
I think just influencer. Haven't got many details yet, but Red Eye Tech Glass messaged me and said they wanted me to come for the conference and then the after party. So we'll see.
Good,
fun.
good.
Really
so
fun.
we'll definitely hook up.
We'll see.
Yeah, you guys are both going to be there?
Yeah.
Yes, I will for sure. We're just on the fence with him still.
No, I'm coming. No, Nikki, I'm going to be there. So we'll sesh.
Awesome,
we just go back and forth on whose show this really is, but and I say it's Lester's just because I let him have that. But then today
Lester's all caring and sharing.
Today Nikki gave us a shout out for Jackie's podcast.
Oh shit, I did.
That's all good, you know. You didn't see no.
Welcome to the green room, Nikki. This is my guest, Lester.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Just here for a minute.
Sorry,
it's all good.
Just a minute.
Right.
So what's exciting? What's new, like, that you're super excited about? We know that there's lots of shit going on, but what's like something that we're like,
I want to
super
talk
happy
about the modeling.
Oh,
Let's talk about the modeling.
of course he does.
Ooh, the modeling.
Yeah. That's the buzz.
Modeling is awesome, obviously. I never thought I would do something like that. It's much more empowering than I ever thought.
Mm-hmm.
I was a really big, like, athletic person. Like, I've done sports my whole life. I played soccer since I was 2.
Right.
I literally just quit these last 2 years to try and facilitate this life that I'm living now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was amazing. I've had some really cool opportunities with some companies that have really opened up some doors. Again, people that have just come out of the left field and supporting me. So I want to do more modeling. It just hasn't had much opportunity lately.
Is this your first podcast? Have you done a podcast? Have you done a podcast before?
I'm actually in the talks of starting one for more focused on my work, but I do eventually want to have my own. I had so many goals before I started working at the club, but then the club just needed so many things that I kind of put myself on a little bit of a back burner.
Oh, that's like me with really Wiki. I had such big dreams for myself, and then I get stuck here.
Listen, that's the cannabis industry, though. As you start in one direction, so many things open up, right? So you find that the weight just seems to acquire more and more and less and less time. Of course.
Yeah, I didn't mean to be whatever I am in the cannabis space. I just started sharing some stories, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, "I know her." I'm like, "Yeah." Okay.
Right.
Right.
So what was your favorite shoot?
I would have to say probably my first one. As you know from following me, I have extreme anxiety, like extreme. I just play it off really well. But my first photo shoot, we were in a grow up for Back 40 Cannabis. I met the grower and his brother-in-law, who happened to be a photographer at a cannabis event, and I just never shut up when I start talking to people. So all of a sudden, he's like, "You have 10,000 followers. I'm a photographer. We should do this thing." And I'm like, okay. So we did it. We went to the grow up and we had this most amazing shoot. But with my anxiety, like I was probably like, what do I do with my hands? Like so awkward.
Right.
I know that.
And so I smoked this massive joint, like a massive joint. And then all of a sudden it was like I was back, and we got these amazing photos, and it's ones that I've used for everything. I haven't recreated anything that I personally think looks that good, but yeah, first one.
Cool.
So tell the audience, how do you deal with your anxiety?
Weed.
Ooh, it depends if I'm dealing with it well or not.
Right.
But on a day-to-day basis, I do carry around a little medicine bag. I'm sure you've seen it posted on my Instagram, but I carry literally every part of the plant as possible. I use cannabis for everything. I've got CBD tinctures. My club creates capsules made from all different kinds of the plant. So we have capsules that are made from the stalks of cannabis. We have capsules that are higher in CBN, so more sleepy and sedative. So if it's closer to bedtime, I'll take those. But daytime, I really just mix it up. I play a fun game of how much cannabis I need to ingest in a day to make my body feel balanced. So.
I play that same fun game all day long.
All day. It usually takes me till about 8 o'clock at night. My boyfriend's like, "Oh, you're actually stoned." I'm like, "It took me the last 12 hours."
I'm going to bed in 2 hours, but yes.
Yeah.
So are you into edibles?
But that and also like meditation when I can do it. And I just started working out again. So being good to yourself helps anxiety. If you're not doing yourself any good, your anxiety is going to go on the rise because you're probably feeling guilty for not being good to yourself.
Lester said, do you use edibles? Do you try edibles? Are you into edibles? Tell us.
Yeah, edibles are my life. Sorry, my stupid computer's dying. 1 second. Edibles are my favorite way of medicating. Mm-hmm. They are the only thing that really actually hits me for the right amount of time, first of all. Because like I could smoke a joint and the anxiety will take that away in like maybe 10 minutes, maybe. Like if I take a dab, maybe a half an hour.
Do you dab? Do you like to do dabs? Is that your jam?
I do. Yeah, I kind of switch it up though, because I find if I use too much extracts, and then I go back to flower gets me more stoned. So it's really a combo of the whole plant.
Wait, when did you start using cannabis?
Ooh, I was a late bloomer compared to a lot of people because I was so into my sports. I didn't start smoking weed till the end of grade 11, and I actually hated it the first time.
Wait, when was the end of grade 11? Is that last year? How old? I don't even know how old you are. End of grade 11.
I'm 28.
All right. Run with it.
Almost 10 years.
Okay.
But yeah, I started in grade 11, and then I didn't smoke weed for like 6 months or so, and then I just picked up a bong for the first time. The first time was a shitty joint. Must have been some shitty weed too. But the second time was a bong and some good weed, and I haven't stopped since. So,
have you ever bought government?
But that was more recreational. My medicinal side of things, I haven't been.
I'm getting the next question.
Sorry, I started medicinally using it in 2012, so 7 years now.
Have you ever bought government weed?
Absolutely not.
I have to because I take cooking classes all the time, and to stay within our compliance, like in Ontario is really strict, so you have to go to like our local dispensary and pick up a couple grams of. It's been
your
fine.
$20 grams.
Yeah, they're 15 plus tax a gram.
Exactly, it's not easy.
Our most expensive gram is $9.55 plus tax, and that's like 2 to 3 strains that we have in the club.
What's the club called again? What's the name of the club?
The Victoria Cannabis Buyers Club.
The Victoria Cannabis Buyers Club. Thank you. Took us both. That's cool. We'll have to check it out when we're there.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Definitely.
So tell us something exciting you got going on next. Like what do you this weekend or what's coming up over the holidays? Lots of big cannabis parties and events.
Actually, I'm going to a cannabis market this weekend. I don't know if you've heard of the Products by Sec girls, but they're a wonderful edible company.
SEC,
I've made friends
is that them? SEC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, there. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, they're wonderful humans. So they're really keeping a spot for the gray market open over here, which is wonderful considering a lot of us on the West Coast started this shit. Right. So it's really cool how they're keeping spaces open, like pop-up markets, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of started my whole Instagram so people would care about me, so they'd care about my mom, so then they'd care about our edibles. It's just been a long time coming because we do make our own edibles.
Wait, didn't your mom just start an Instagram? Didn't I just see you tag your mom in some Instagram? Now she has an Instagram. What's your mom's Instagram?
Savvy Stone Mom.
Oh, shit.
That's so cute. Oh my
What's going on, moms?
I definitely pushed her into that. But it's pretty funny. She's an amazing baker, and we both got really sick at the same time with my Crohn's disease. Oh, there's Mom.
What? Mom, come on back. Yeah. How are you, moms?
She's so cute. She goes, oh, shit. Welcome to the green room.
Welcome to the green room, Mom.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going very good. Yes, Savvy Stone Mom. Look out for Tough Buds. He's going to add you.
He's like, okay, I'm out. Lester says I'm adding you. She runs.
She dips. Yeah. They all run. I don't know.
They all run. She's getting better at this. But yeah, my mom is an amazing baker. She has ulcerative colitis and all sorts of back pain. And then I have my Crohn's disease and all sorts of back pain and anxiety. So when all the dispensaries started popping up before legalization, and I don't know, I just wasn't really into the club stuff for a minute because it was such a novelty idea of everything else being produced. But I would go to the dispensary and I would spend like $100 to $200 and not be stoned and still be in pain. And the sugar would eventually hurt my stomach. So me and Mom started baking together. And now we do almost all of our own edibles. I use the clubs for capsules and things like that. And if I want special treats, I'll buy some. But we make almost everything ourselves. Like she made me a fully infused birthday cake this year.
Cool.
Oh, damn,
really
oh, damn. So how many recipes do you guys have?
Well, we can
hundreds,
make anything.
Lester. What? How many recipes do you have?
They may have something funky.
I don't know.
What
This
I mean?
guy in the red hoodie.
Savvy Stoned recipe number 1. Right?
That's true. Why? Yeah, like, do you
Come
put
on, this girl's hip, you know. She's fly as hell.
She's 28. She's way cooler than me.
Right? But one thing what I like the audience to know is how hard you social influencers work. So how busy now has your days become?
Oh, my days are crazy. I actually had to cut it down for a bit because I know I've only been doing this for almost 2 years, but with life, it gets very overwhelming. Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. I don't think a lot of people realize how much it is because they just look at it as we're playing on our phones.
Right.
But you're creating community. You're creating connection, and that takes a lot more time than just writing some emojis on someone's post.
Right. For sure. I get it.
You're making friends.
Well, it's a little bit of everything, right? It's marketing. It
is marketing. And I used to be in sales, and no one wants to buy anything from you if they don't like you. So you can't just be this like fake person. Like I see a lot of people that have a lot of followers and they're not engaging. Like I know for a fact that I haven't been engaging as much as I want to, but I put a freaking post out about that because I feel terrible for not being able to engage with my people that have been supporting me. But sometimes mental health comes first.
Definitely.
And I find that really, really tough balance with that because I want to be able to help everyone, but as you know, you can't help anyone unless you help yourself first.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah. Social media is, as I say, it's fake, but I mean, it's real. There's a lot going on there.
It's definitely real. It's work. It's work. And you social influencers put down work.
I want some juice though. Like, do you get any shit on social media? Like, do people say nasty things or do you get any mean little trolls?
I get a few, but
because we also are full of mental health issues in this.
Yeah, I feel like definitely not even as close to as many people as you, which I don't understand because you're such a wonderful, kind human, and the only people that are going to be shitting on you are people that are so sad inside. So keep blasting the positivity. I personally kind of spoke out about a lot of it, and I just block and delete anyone that's rude.
Yeah. Are you on? You're on Twitter as well. Right? Aren't you on Twitter as well?
Just started on Twitter, actually. I haven't fully done the Twitter thing.
Because have you lost an Instagram page yet, or have you been shadow banned, or have you any? Yeah,
everybody.
So I was deactivated twice within 24 hours. When I was body painted last year, after legalization happened, I put 6 posts out about Prohibition 2.0 and my actual thoughts of it, and I was deactivated twice with emails back saying that it was a mistake both times. So I've been shadow banned pretty much ever since. Pretty much my whole Instagram career, or whatever you want to call it, I've been shadow banned.
I've had the 136 or 137,000 for 2 years.
Yeah, there's always a fight against the righteous. There's always
no, I've been stuck at 24 now, I think, for like 9 months, 8 months, something like that. And it's going down now too, because every time they shadow ban you, like, I feel like they delete people off your page too.
I think so too. Mine's going down actually. The last 4 months, it's actually been dropping. Yet I'm getting more and more sort of people messaging me and sharing and tweeting. but it's going down, definitely.
I'm pretty convinced there's a second level of shadow ban, because the first level is where you don't show up in hashtags, but the second level, like, your engagement is still shit. No one can still find you, like, unless people specifically tag you. But Instagram hasn't even confirmed there's a first level of shadow ban, so I highly doubt they'll ever tell us there's a second.
Yeah, Instagram. Are you gonna go on TikTok?
Maybe, I think so.
You're 28. TikTok it up.
There's so many things out there now. So many options. But I got a lot of things to do over here without the social media world too. So I'm trying to find the balance. I was gonna say, me and Mom are selling our edibles for the first time at a Christmas market for the Product Placement Girls. I never finished that.
Oh,
so.
that's right. That's cool. So what are you making? What, like, was it cakes, cookies? What'd you make?
Well, we make everything gluten-free and dairy-free, so usually gluten-free and vegan. So Mom's made a really good carrot cake right now, so I want to do carrot cake muffins. Okay. We've got lemon loaf that are highly medicated. They're usually 400 milligrams per slice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That could knock out the entire Wiki crew.
So cut them into pieces when I see you guys.
You'll need to.
And we also make chocolates. I use everything with infused coconut oil, because it's really the whole plant. Like, yes, distillate is good for some things, but I find more benefit from just whole bud infused into coconut oil. So yeah, chocolates. We also do RSO gummies. So all sorts of options.
Cool.
Okay.
Fun.
Love it.
That's
a lot. Right?
Lester, you want to thank her for coming?
What do you mean you want to thank her? I don't want her to leave. I know she's got to go to work, but I don't want her to leave. Right?
I could come back.
For sure.
Definitely,
yes, for sure.
definitely.
Well, I will probably be coming to you. So.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
We'll definitely reach out before we come on down for a lift, so that we can organize something.
For sure. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for coming.
Awesome.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for being here. The green
Thank
room.
you for being part of the green room.
Thank you guys for having me. This is awesome. You guys are so fun.
Sweet. That's what we love to hear. Well,
Lester loves to hear that. Well, anyhow, thanks for coming to the green room.
So you got any last words?
Do I have any last words for today?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I have a lot of words. I have a lot. I could go off on a ramble. Like, I just can't use something like I'm a bull. You know, when you see the red, I can't. I'm trying to concentrate. I'm just looking at your hoodie.
Just relax. Just breathe. Right.
So she was a cute interview. She was a good interview.
Yeah, she's nice.
Yeah, we need some more of these influencers. I wanted to ask her if the word influencer was a negative to her, but I think she's all happy and things are good and her community's tight. And I think she said 10,000 followers. How many followers does she have?
A lot.
Is it more than?
I think it's 20, 24.
Because it's just over 10,000 when shit hits the fan.
Yeah,
it's just after.
Actually, it was cool. It was nice. I like talking to other social influencers.
I was curious about the raid. The Vancouver
Yeah.
raids. I think she said 6 or 4 or 6 of them were raided.
Mhm.
And I was just kick it in with army boots and smash the door down and everyone's on the floor. Like,
I've never been through one. So.
I'm asking Lester like he knows. I just
Like,
assumed.
right?
Just kidding.
Maybe he knows.
Anyhow, I've never been involved in a raid either. So
Things
I'm
are
not
good.
gone one
Right?
yet.
And no, we will not be either. So guys, it's another week of the green room, and my lovely co-host,
Yes. What do you call me? The wiki,
North American Cannabis
the wiki
Flower.
weirdo.
It's been another great show. So guys, you know where to get that cannabis talk fresh and a little bit sticky. Keep it locked on Cannabis Wiki, the green room.
Bye, guys. Thanks for listening.
We're out.